No, I don't think anybody would. But I think when you look at LeBron, like you said, looking at his body of work, it's a dude he basically has, and I've always said this, he's got Karl Malone's body with Michael Jordan's skills.
Pretty much.
You know, and the guy literally can guard all 5 guys on the court, and he's good at it. You know what I mean? Like, he's not just out there playing defense because you out there and you got to D up somebody. Like, they oftentimes put him on the other team's best player. Like when they played the Knicks recently, they put him on Carmelo. That's just what he does. So, you know, I like Kevin Durant, but I just don't see, me personally, how LeBron doesn't win it this year, Big Road.
Well, I disagree. I think that if anybody should win it, it should be Kevin Durant. Because one, I mean, let's just be real. He's probably gonna lead the NBA in scoring. Number one. Two, which makes him the most offensive threat in the NBA because he can just score at will. There's nobody who can stop Kevin Durant. Period.
Does anybody get afraid when it's time for Kevin Durant to D them up?
Well, I was about to get to that. Kevin Durant plays pretty decent defense. You know, people don't give him his defense credit, but Kevin Durant plays okay defense. It's not like he doesn't play defense at all. Yeah, he's not as flashy as LeBron or anything. He's not going to give you, you know, a whole bunch of assists and stuff like that, but he's going to give you the points. He gives you rebounds, but more importantly, the one man on the court when the game's online, you don't want to have the ball, is Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant will hit in your face.
I mean, but LeBron won't.
No, he's proven that he can't.
Maybe he's just trying to save himself for the playoffs.
Man, he has proven over the years he cannot make the big shot.
Will Kobe take the shot?
I think that's overrated.
Of course, Kobe takes a shot. What are you talking about? I mean, are you serious?
He's messing with you. He's messing with you. But I mean, seriously, I mean, anybody that knows me know. Hey, look, there's no love lost between me and LeBron James. I'm not a fan of the guy, but I'm being honest. Dub, help me out here. I think you're taking away from LeBron to give to Kevin Durant. And I'm looking at LeBron this year. He's 27, 6 assists, and basically 8 rebounds. I mean,
who?
That's LeBron.
Okay.
That's LeBron. If you give me a second, I'm going to pull up Kevin Durant. But while I'm...
Durant is averaging 27.90, and Kobe Bryant is averaging 27.86. That actually right now, if they were to end the season right now, that's the closest margin that a scoring champ would have. So, you know, and those particular two individuals, they the top of the league as far as scoring. So if you want to give that as a notch up for Kevin Durant, it can
but this is why
I got Durant's number. He's, like you said, 27.9 points for Kevin Durant, 27.1 LeBron, 6.2 assists, 3.5 for Kevin Durant, 7.8 rebounds for LeBron, 8 even for Kevin Durant. So to me, with the exception of assists, the numbers are wash. So now, after the numbers being a wash for me, the next thing I got to look at is the eye test. And as far as the eye test is concerned, again, I'm no fan of LeBron James, but I would prefer to have Kevin Durant DM me up than LeBron if it was my star player.
But the most valuable player, you take LeBron off the Heat. The Heat is still good. They're probably a 3rd seed. You take Kevin Durant off the Thunder.
Disagree.
You take Kevin Durant off Thunder, they probably don't make the playoffs.
I disagree.
They're the Jazz.
No.
Are you kidding me?
Dub, do you agree or disagree?
Kevin Durant is the motor of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
But he ain't the only guy.
You take him away from Oklahoma City, and you know they may be around in the Western Conference. They could be fighting for that 8th seed.
Hey, I mean, what about Russell Westbrook? I mean, we just gonna forget about him?
He's a good player. It wouldn't have that type. He wouldn't have if he was not on the team. It wouldn't have as much of an impact if Kevin Durant wasn't there.
Okay, fair enough. Let's move east because we're running out of time. I want to ask you about a team that spent 35 years playing in the same state, different cities, but they have since decided they're going to take their talents to Brooklyn. New Jersey Nets played their final game in New Jersey last night. Governor Christie said, "Good riddance. You don't want to be down with us. We don't want to be down with y'all." They had a lot of good history there in New Jersey. Had a lot of great players that came through there. The first name for me that comes to mind is Drazen Petrovic, who we lost tragically in an automobile accident in Germany in 1993. Hall of Famer, and his number retired for the New Jersey Nets. Talk about Derek Coleman. Talk about Kenny Anderson, Buck Williams. The numbers and the names, Jason Kidd. Dub, tell me your reflection on the Nets' time in New Jersey and what your thoughts are on the move.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad because of the fact that, I remember going to Nets games with Buck Williams and, Darryl Dawkins and those type of players or what have you, when they was trash getting the tickets for like $5, $10 or what have you.
Right.
So, it's going to be different, I guess, for that area. Me not being up there, I can't give you that particular perspective, but I remember the Nets always being in New Jersey. I'm sure that a lot of people would think that, they remember the Nets when they were in Long Island or what have you, even when Dr. J was there.
Right.
It was kind of cool last night that they had a lot of their old players come back. Kerry Kittles, you had Kenny Anderson there, Derek Coleman, a lot of the old players, a lot of different players. So that was kind of cool for them, but in true Nets fashion, they lost the game to Philly, which actually clinched Philly to go into the playoffs. The Nets going to Brooklyn, I think, and this is my personal view, and I know a lot of other people will still think that they'll still be second billing behind the Knicks.
Any particular reason why you feel that way? I have my own, and that's a perfect segue because we're going to go into the Knicks in a minute, and then we'll end the segment. But any particular reason? I mean, you figure that they both occupy space on the island. People seem to think the fact that they move into Brooklyn, and Brooklyn is Brooklyn. Everybody is, big ups to Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn, and Brooklyn.
Whatever.
Not whatever, but
it is whatever.
It is whatever. Okay, fair enough. But I mean, do you think that given 3, 4, 5 years, they come close to the fanship that the New York Knicks have amassed?
Not at all. Not at all. Just because of the fact that, just off of name recognition alone, the New York Knicks has been around NBA basketball. I mean, everybody knows the New York Knicks. You think about how many movies that people, old movies like, yeah, I want to be a basketball player for the New York Knicks or what have you. They were always going to get top billing. They're right there in Manhattan.
Right.
Now, that's not taking anything away from Brooklyn.
Right.
I mean, when you think about New York, everybody knows Brooklyn around the world, but the Brooklyn Nets is not a household name.
Right.
And right now with the Knicks organization, let's be real. You're in a very bad situation right now because you may be losing Darren Williams. If that is the case, who is going to be your marquee player? Is it going to be Brooks? Is it going to be the Lopez kid? Is it going to be Green? I mean, who is it going to be? Who are you going to basically put your team around to be your marquee player?
Speaking of the Knicks, let me ask you this, and this will be the last question for the segment. How does a team that's fighting for the 6th seed go to Cleveland and listen? Come on. Seriously, we run out of time. How do we go to Cleveland and lay the kind of egg that we laid in Cleveland, and then 2 days later, you go out and you beat up on the Hawks? And even though you only won by 1 point, I mean, I watched the game. You were there. How does the same team do that?
You weren't at the game.
I wasn't at the game. Okay, I wasn't at the game. But seriously, how does that happen? How does that happen?
But no, all seriousness, I think that the game against Cleveland, they were tired. I mean, it may sound crazy, you think about professional athletes or whatever like that, but still in all,
you sound like you got,
and they weren't up for that particular game.
You sound like you got that information from an inside source.
Saturday evening, I actually bumped into Allen Houston at an event, and I got an opportunity to talk to him, and I asked him the same question, what happened the night before, and as quick as I came out my mouth, he just looked at me and just was like, playing a lot of games within a certain amount of time, to be honest, cats were tired, and you know what, I don't know, he just was talking to me as a regular person, so, and it was a sincere statement, and as I looked at the game and what have you, that seems to be the situation. Cats was tired. You know, and so you're going to have those particular games. You're definitely going to have that in the playoffs because the season ends on Thursday, but the playoffs start on Saturday. So really, how much of a difference is going to be, except for that now you're staying in the same city longer than you would have during the season. But yeah, I had that opportunity to talk to him about the team, and he was saying that they were excited about making clinching the playoff berth, and regardless of who they play, Chicago or Miami, it's all in.
All right, one last question, and I'm being really serious when I ask this. No joke.
Must be a Lakers question.
No, it's about the Knicks.
Oh, okay.
Is this Stoudemire project going to work, or are they going to look to get rid of him in the offseason?
Nah, he's going to be there next year, dog. I mean, there's no more even to talk about that. He's going to be there next year. Really, the staple of the team, I can tell you right now, you're going to still have, of course, Carmelo Anthony. You're going to have Marley Stoudemire still there. You're still going to have Tyson Chandler. You're going to have Shumpert. A lot of other people may not be there. Granted, under this contract, you're still going to have Landry Fields, but you have Baron Davis was only on a one-year contract. J.R. Smith is only on a one-year contract. I would assume Novak is on a one-year contract, but I'm not 100% sure of that. So, you have a lot of players that are on the team. Granted, they're contributing, but they're only here for until the end of the year. Amari Stoudemire, Carmelo Anthony, Tyson Chandler is going to be there to the end of their particular contract. I don't see them being treated or anything of that nature unless it's something astronomical, something that I don't think that even anybody can think of. But just to give you an update, it's crazy that we were talking about Ron Artest. I should say Meta World Peace. It's breaking news. He just received a 7-game suspension. He got 7 games.
He deserves it.
That includes I believe Thursday's game against Sacramento, and that includes basically you could say you better hope it goes the first round. It goes 7 games, Big Rube, and right now
he's out for 6 of those 7. He'll be out for 6 of the 7 games.
We don't need him to win. We don't need him to win. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Okay? We're gonna hold you to those words. We are recording this show, so keep that in mind.
That's right, Big Rube. I think y'all gonna lose.
It is what it is. I know we going towards the end of the week, which of course means the end of the season. You want to give us something real quick on that game of the week?
Hey, I don't have no games of the week right now. The games of the week is going to be the first game of the first round of the playoffs, which is started on Saturday and Sunday. Keep in mind, the away team. The thing about the playoffs is surviving advance. So, however ugly the game may be, if you can win, if you're the road team and you can win that first game and possibly split that series, that is an advantage. Split the first 2 games, that is an advantage to the road team.
That's what's up. Dub, we appreciate it. I know we got spirited in that discussion, and the NBA analysts didn't get a whole lot in, but we appreciate you coming in every single week and giving us your guidance and your information as we do every single week here on Ain't No Half Steppin' with Marcus J. We're going to get it in with you again next week, brother. Peace.
Appreciate that. Take it easy.
You be easy. All right, Ain't No Half Steppin' Marcus J. Running a little bit late. It's about 14 minutes after the hour. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to profile Missing Child. We still got a big surprise that we're going to kind of let you guys know about. And then Big Rube is going to lead us in the tune and lube. Ain't No Half Steppin' Marcus J. Be back in a minute.